3, chapter 15 to 20. With your mighty arm you redeemed your people, the descendants of Jacob and Joseph. The waters saw you, O God, the waters saw you and writhed. The very depths were convulsed. The clouds poured down water. The skies resounded with thunder. Your arrows flashed back and forth. Your thunder was heard in the whirlwind. Your lightning lit up the world. The earth trembled and quaked. Your path led through the sea. You waded through the mighty waters, though your footprints were not seen. You led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. Professor Dr Arjen Hoekstra explained that the water footprint measures the amount of water required to produce goods and services through their entire supply chain. For instance, it takes 40 liters of water to produce a cup of coffee and 35 liters for a cup of tea. Often we fail to recognize God's presence in the everyday things we encounter. If I trust in God's salvation for me, I can remain free from worry about the future, even in difficult circumstances, because God has already secured our entire journey to heaven. Asaph, the writer of the Psalm 77, reflected deeply on God's salvation. Let's examine how he experienced and measured his salvation and his awe of God. In verse 15, 16, and 19, Asaph recalled the miraculous parting of the Red Sea, comparing it to the vision of Neom city with its towering, transparent walls. Witnessing such a miracle evokes a sense of amazement and glory. In verse 19, it says, though your footprints were not seen, we cannot see God, or even his footprints on the water, which vanished quickly. Similarly, the emotion of our salvation can fade into a distant memory, leaving behind the feelings of the ashes, agony, anxiety, and agitation in the face of present challenges. How then can we retain this sense of salvation? Asaph experienced God's glory by remembering the 10 Commandments and the demonstration of his power through heavy rains, thunder, lightning, and earthquake given to the Israelites. You can see Exodus chapter 19. This pattern of feeling saved and then losing the sense of God's power continues in the future. As soon as God's footprint disappeared, Asaph turned to the teachings of Moses and the worship led by the high priest, Aaron, both of whom are seen as types of Jesus, verse 20. Thus we can find real hope for the future, even when we feel lost like the Israelites, wandering in the wilderness, which is also a metaphor for our troubled world.